This is Strictly Talking with Russar Russell and Kerin. So, you've been living in Honduras right now, right?
Right, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy Honduras?
Oh, yes. Uh, we especially enjoy nature. We have rivers to fish, mountain to climb, beaches for swim in, cave to explore, and more.
Wow.
We also enjoy our delicious traditional food. And finally, we enjoyed the kindness of our people.
Ah, yes. Like when I visit Honduras, uh, like at least the people who I interact were very nice to me, you know? But yeah, what challenges do you face in Honduras?
Uh, um, okay, our main challenge is to keep our young people in the country because many of them travel to the USA in search of employment opportunities since we have few sources of work in the country. On the other hand, some of those young people who cannot travel are forced to do bad things in order to survive and help their families.
That's very sad to hear.
It is.
Do you think the government is not doing their job to improve the country?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Um, do you think that the government is not doing a good job on improving the country?
Oh, I don't know what you mean. I couldn't hear you clearly.
Uh, um, or basically, uh, does Honduras needs improvement?
Oh, I'm not getting it.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's totally fine. So, any interesting places have you visit?
Oh, yes, of course. Um, I have visited many interesting places in my country. For example, the ruins of Capan,
Ah,
the
yes,
Talwa Caves, beautiful place.
it's so
The
beautiful.
Guaymareto, it is beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, I have visited to the Guaymoreto Lagoon, Sunflower Field, the Cypress Labyrinth, and I still have many more to visit. For example, Roatan in the Bay Island, which is a place very similar to paradise. You should go
Yeah, I should. They all sound interesting.
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Have you ever been to the countryside of Honduras?
Oh, yes, of course. Actually, when I was a kid, I lived in the countryside and I was very happy. My
Ah,
father had a farm with many animals.
ooh,
It is amazing. It is amazing to live surrounded by cows, horses, lambs, chickens, and more. I hope one day I can live like that again.
oh, I would love to live life like that.
I will love it too.
Do you prefer? The countryside or the city?
Now, I prefer the countryside.
Of
I love
course.
it.
Yes. I just love like the nature of it, you know? Like you don't get that much in the city. Like in parks, yeah, but when you're in the countryside, there's lots of trees with fruits in it, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, can you describe to me the process of making money and then spending it?
Okay. How in my country is making money is a little bit difficult. There are not jobs enough, and if you have your own business, the taxes are very very high.
Oh.
On the other hand, spending money is really easy. As our food is very expensive. A lot of our money is spent on food mostly. Very
Mm.
expensive food.
Uh, Sing with the United States, like it's so hard to find a job, and then when you do find a job, sometimes the pay
It
isn't
is.
good, you know?
It is hard.
Especially with inflation since the pandemic, you know? It's harder and
Yeah,
harder.
really hard.
It's a lot
You
hard.
can't find.
Hmm?
It's really hard to find a good job.
It is. Especially if you have a good education. It's just never enough, you know? Especially when there's competition like other people that wants to get that one job, you know?
Yes.
Like you could have 50 people who apply for the one job, but only one person will get the job, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, will you describe the people who are rich and the people who are poor? Like, what's the difference if you know any?
All right. The rich people in Honduras are or represent only the 5% of the population.
Mm,
They usually have companies that have contracts with the government. That's why they are rich.
mm-hmm.
However, the poor people in my country are almost 70% of the total population and survive on only $2 a day.
Wow.
Really, really sad.
It's making me feeling really sad.
It's really sad. And we can't do anything about it.
So, does having education matter in that country?
Well, education is important, but here in Honduras, people graduate from college, but they don't find a good job. And many of them decide to leave the country in search of better life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But having a better life is now more difficult than before, you know?
Yeah, they usually travel to the USA.
Well, I hope these people find better luck, you know? Like, if it's
Yeah.
not working in one area, then I guess you could always try to see if it could work
Uh,
on the other, you know?
anyway, in the US, life is not easy anyway.
Mm-mm. Hey, man, and just think about it. Like, God gave us a very beautiful place, but society is not allowing it to be beautiful, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think in the next 5 years Honduras will look like?
Well, we expect. I hope I hope that Honduras will be a better place in the next 5 years. But for that, we need a good president who loves this land. Is why we have not. We depend a lot of what the government does for the people. We are good and hardworking people who only want to have better opportunities and live in peace.
Yes. We all do, you know?
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
perfect in the perfect world, everyone is happy with no life problems. But sadly it's not the case, you know? And it could goes with many
yeah,
factors, you know? But to truly be happy, you at least should appreciate what you got, you know? And that nothing is bad happening to you. Am I right?
yeah. Yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And remember, if you're not that you're not alone, you know? You always have friends and family that will always take care of you.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Well, I just want to say that we love our country. We enjoy football, soccer. We enjoy our food, and all the people from other countries are welcome to join us.
Mm-hmm. And when I visit Honduras, at least, you know, the countryside, it was beautiful, you know? I enjoy my
Yes,
local ranch. Yeah.
yeah, yes,
Mm-hmm. And oh man, I enjoy the chopping mall, you know, like it was fun to look at. Especially the arcades.
that's okay.
Hmm. If there's any place you would like to go, what would it be?
Yeah,
I know I would love to visit Japan. Well, more specifically, I wanted to visit the Nintendo headquarters.
okay. You are welcome here anytime.
Oh yes,